Western Regional Co-ordinating Council has organized a meeting to assess the region's preparedness to handle any possible outbreak of Ebola.
The meeting was held at Sekondi. The Western Regional Director of Health Services, Dr. Emmanuel Tinkrine, stressed that there has been no reported case of Ebola in the country so far. He explained the nature of the disease, its mode of transmission, as well as symptoms.
It starts with fever. And then from fever, you become very, very weak. And then from weakness, you develop sore throat. And then you progress to get diarrhea, vomiting. And then the last stage is the internal bleeding and then the external bleeding that we talk about. So we put together and we call it hemorrhagic fever.
He also touched on precautionary and preventive measures.
We will need to understand the disease and then communicate, especially to the communities, that if you have somebody who is really sick and that weak, and you don't send the person to hospital, it's likely that if it's Ebola, you may get it with the household. So the need to get in touch with the health personnel is very, very important.
Dr. Tinkrine said the Regional Health Directorate and other partners have already put in place rapid response teams all over the region, while screening tools have been developed at all border points of the region. He said the Western region experiences a lot of cross-border activities, particularly by fishermen, which necessitates being on high alert to contain any reported case of the disease. He asked the media personnel to seek expert advice on the disease from his office before going public in order not to create fear and panic among the public. Dr. Tinkrine also said his outfit will carry out a weekly update on issues about the disease. On cholera in the region, Dr. Tinkrine said the region has recorded 4 cases, with 2 from the Greater Accra region and the other 2 from the Sekondi metropolis. He said plans are in place to contain the outbreak and advised the public to take good personal hygiene and environmental cleanliness seriously.
We can't live in a very filthy environment. We'll have to make sure that our environment is very clean. Our personal hygiene, as I said, hand washing with soap and water, eating food that is very hot or that is hot is very important. And then you make sure that you have proper excreta disposal sites, and then you don't get into contact with any contaminants which may expose you to the disease.
The meeting was attended by members of the Regional Security Council, health officials, immigration officers, officials of the National Disaster Management Organization, and media practitioners.